guys, welcome to McKola TV. This is MUFC Transfer Talk number 11. How are you guys doing? Hope you're all well. If you're joining me from the live stream over on Full Time Devils, then thank you for coming across to McKola TV at youtube.com/McKola. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button right now. And if you're a regular on McKola TV, then welcome back. Hope you guys are all doing well. It's a later than usual MUFC transfer talk, not today, because of the fact I knew I had to do Full-Time Devils tonight. So I thought, why not wait till I do Full-Time Devils, do this after that. I'll be buzzing anyway. We'll hopefully have some new news coming through. Happy days. Some of you guys saying, what's going on? Where's the background? I'm simply on another side of the room. That's not my background. That's Full-Time Devils. So very, very occasionally will I use it on McKola TV. So we've got the funky wallpaper that we have in the living room. Hope you guys are well. I'm seeing all your comments coming through. JD says he feels like shit, man. What should I do? I don't know. It depends. Why do you feel like shit? Are you fluey? Then you may need to do some things. Take some medication, get better soon, get some rest. Are you just mentally fatigued, tired? You need to take a break. You need to go see the lads. You need to go to have a night out with the family. You know, depends how you're feeling, mate. Right, Rizwan, how you doing? Thank you, Daniel, for the nice comment. Now first, what we're going to do is talk about the Ivan Perisic deal, because not everybody that's here would have been on Full-Time Devils, but we can speak about the Ivan Perisic deal a little bit more here. If you guys want to, of course, get your questions in as well. So the news in regards to Ivan Perisic is that Inter Milan are demanding £48 million for him. £48 million, crazy stuff. 48 million for Ivan Perisic, having an absolute laugh. I think it's a joke, but at the same time, if United pay it, I'm not going to be fuming. I'm just going to be thinking, why not spend that money on somebody that's better than Ivan Perisic? I think Ivan Perisic is a decent player. I think he would fit in with the team. But I think he would be nothing. I don't think he would improve the starting 11. I don't think he would improve that at all. So that's my reason for not wanting Ivan Perisic at all costs. And Inter Milan are playing on the fact that we want him at all costs. Do we need Ivan Perisic at all costs? Not in my opinion. Now I know transfer fees are inflated. I know that. But we don't need to. Surely there's players out there who are better than Ivan Perisic for £48 million. Surely. So, Inter Milan are crazy, says Reza. Too expensive, says Luluk. Do you think... Oh, sorry, that one moved. What's a Perisic, says Josh. Craig says Inter are dumb. And Inter Milan are being a little bit stupid here, but I don't know if they're just playing hard ball to try and drag it out a little bit, try and force a little bit more money out of Manchester United, because they need money. They need money. Inter Milan need £27 million raised by the end of June for them to come in line with the financial fair play regulations. So if they don't get that, then I don't know what happens to them. They're going to face some sort of punishment, but they need to raise money. So Manchester United are hoping, because they need to raise money, they're going to get him for that £30 to £35 million offer that we've already made. But it looks like Inter Milan are being bastards and really holding out on this one, which probably fairly reflects the Alvaro Morata deal as well. Because if you look at that Alvaro Morata deal, Real Madrid are doing to the same to us, probably revenge for the David de Gea chaos that occurred. But Real Madrid are doing the same to us with Alvaro Morata, dragging the deal out. Zinedine Zidane doesn't necessarily want to sell Alvaro Morata. Morata wants to leave for first team football. He's agreed a deal with Manchester United. He's happy with the terms there. But United can't agree a fee with Real Madrid. We're still a part in the valuations of the player. And they too are playing hardball. But Morata, I can understand us going a little bit further to get him, because that does make sense. It makes more sense paying the extra money and paying over the top for Morata than it does for Ivan Perisic. Yeah. Now, when you look at the TV deals in the Premier League and you look at the money that the Premier League clubs are earning, you can understand why these prices are so high. We can understand that, but it's annoying. It really is annoying. In the case of Morata, I hope we get the deal done. In the case of Perisic, I just think If we're going to pay £48 million for him, surely there's someone else better for that price. Surely? What do you guys think? Get it in the comments below. Loving Fred's comment. Facts. Live. Yes, Manchester United have David de Gea, and David de Gea is at Manchester United because of that good old fact. Can you guys do me one huge favour and hit that like button right now? Come on, guys. Hit that like button. Get that like button smashed in. We got 65 likes. We got 2 dislikes. Who's disliking, by the way? So you guys, come on. Let's squash them dislikes out of the... And just smash that like button. Come on. Ray Wilkins is a balance, says Utkarsh, and I do agree with you as well. Proper xenophobic kind of attitude to foreign players. It kind of shows his lack of knowledge in football. Kind of shows his lack of knowledge outside of the Premier League. Is it a surprise he's not employed by a club when he's coming out with comments like that? What has Lindelof done? Really? Compared to Michael Keane? Now, look, if we saw Michael Keane, I would have been happy. But what has he done compared to Michael Keane? Do you mean apart from being a Swedish international, winning a couple of league titles at Benfica, winning some Portuguese cups? All Michael Keane's done is win the championship with Burnley. Now, all due respect to Michael Keane, he was very, very good for Burnley last season. But all he's done is win the championship and have that one good season. So to come out with that attitude of, oh, what's he done? Just because you don't know who he is. I think that's a little bit disrespectful. And Ray Wilkins showed himself up to be an old knobhead there. Cormac says, old Willie Wilkins. Perisic equals inconsistent, but occasionally class, says Sean. Should we be paying 48 million for someone that's inconsistent? Adam, can we get James Moha? I think on every episode, MUFC Transfer Talk, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I've been asked about James Rodriguez. And every time I'm going to give the same answer. I do not think James Rodriguez will end up at Manchester United. Do I think he's a better option than Perisic? Probably. Personally, I prefer James Rodriguez. Think he's a great talent. Goals, assists, skill, free kicks, set pieces. Tom, I'm not ignoring you, I promise. So James Rodriguez is a fantastic player. I like him personally. But when people talk about him coming to Man United, I don't think it's going to happen. I'm not going to get my hopes up about James Rodriguez when it's obvious United don't seem to be in the race for him. He doesn't strike me like a Jose Mourinho signing. He doesn't strike me like a player that Jose Mourinho would sign. So I don't think James Rodriguez will end up at Manchester United. Craig says, Adam, why no central midfielders linked? Now, we know Fabinho has been linked with the club in recent weeks, but you're right. There's not been many other central midfielders linked. Eric Dyer and Nemanja Matic are names that keep and continue to get linked with Manchester United. Now, Fabinho, I've come around to that signing. I think it would be a very, very good signing for Manchester United. But then if we don't get him, Eric Dyer, no thank you. Now, Eric Dyer is decent at this moment in time, but in Timothy Fosu-Mensah, I believe if we give him experience and we give him minutes and we allow him to fulfill his potential, he will be better than Eric Dyer within a season or two if we give him football. So why sign Eric Dyer to block the path of Timothy Fosu-Mensah? It would make absolutely no sense. I'd rather go with what we've got. Now, Nemanja Matic, on the other hand, that interests me a little bit because I actually do admire Nemanja Matic. I think he's a decent player. But can I see him coming to United? Do I think it's a signing we have to make? Probably not. But we do need to strengthen in that central midfield area. But could it just be a case of giving a little bit more faith to someone like Timothy Fosu-Mensah? Or is that too much of a risk? What do you guys think about that? Yeah, you're right there, Utkarsh, about Daniel Levy. How about we trust in Fellaini, says John D. I think Jose does trust in Fellaini, which some of you see as a problem. Dele Alli, could we steal him, says Alexi. I doubt that, to be honest. I think Ed Woodward would have to suck off Daniel Levy for that to happen. Although Harry Kane, Dele Alli, I think if you look at those two players, they're fantastic talents. And I think if Tottenham Hotspur failed to win trophies next season, I wouldn't be surprised if one of those two players started looking to leave next summer. Because it's only so long players are going to stick around on the hope they'll win trophies, on the hope they'll challenge for the title. Now Spurs, I could look incredibly stupid, but they're not going to win the league. They're not going to win the Champions League. So I think they'll be available to buy in a season or two. I really do. Trey, not ignoring you. Bring Timbo in, says Nimby. Ryan Ladd says Fellaini is good. We just need someone to score consistently, says Daniel. Could Morata be that guy? Build the team around Pogba with Spamalina. I think that's correct. We need a new left back, says Samuel. A new left back, he says. Sorry, my teeth nearly fell out there. Do we need a new left back? What do you guys think? I think in Luke Shaw, in Demi Mitchell, in Cameron Borthwick-Jackson, in Daley Blind, who can also play there, in Marcus Rojo, who can play there. I think we've got enough. And that's maybe because I've got a little bit more faith in Luke Shaw than some of you guys may have. I really do hope Luke Shaw gets an opportunity, at least in pre-season, to prove his worth and his fitness to Jose Mourinho. Because if he can do that in pre-season, then hopefully next season he gets his chance. Mohsin, thanks for the comment. Ronak, we should get Dele Alli next season. Ryan Simak says Morata or Belotti. Personally, Morata, but Belotti's a good player as well. Callum Penny says Matic. Spoke about that not too long ago. Wouldn't mind Matic, but I'm a little bit unsure. Amy, you've not missed much. We've been about 11 minutes in now. What we've been talking about today for you guys that have missed it as well. Remember, make sure you hit that like button. It doesn't stop you from watching the video. It enhances your experience, obviously, because you like it. So make sure you hit that like button. But we've just been talking about Ivan Perisic and how Inter Milan seem to be very stubborn over a deal at the moment. Looks like they're dragging their feet on getting £48 million for Ivan Perisic. United offering around 30-35 million for him. Not looking to budge from that. We know Inter need to raise 27 million by the end of the season. So United haven't upped the bid yet. Inter Milan haven't come down from their price yet. They still want 48 million. That's a hell of a lot of money. I think Perisic, if we have to get him at all costs, I wouldn't get him, to be totally honest with you. And then we were speaking about David de Gea. Could this news in regards to Donarumma mean that David de Gea is set to stay at Manchester United for the foreseeable future? Now, Donarumma has rejected a new contract at AC Milan. This comes after saying he can't wait to wear the armband and be at AC Milan for the rest of his life. But we know what footballers are like. And Mino Raiola and Donarumma have had a meeting with AC Milan, rejected the new offer of a contract, and that has fueled speculation linking Donarumma with a move to Real Madrid. Now, we've heard in recent weeks how Real Madrid have kind of cooled on that David de Gea offer. They don't really want to push for that David de Gea deal. We've got the police going back. The police are back on MUFC transfer talk. We've missed them for the last couple of nights, but they're back today. So, as I was saying, Real Madrid have seemed to have gone quiet and cooled on getting Donarumma, on David de Gea, and it seems like their focus could be shifting to Donarumma. If they sign Donarumma, then Manchester United can thank their lucky stars for Mino Raiola and Donarumma, because it will mean Dave surely stays at United for the next 2, 3, 4 years. Where's he going to go? If Real Madrid have Donarumma in their goal, in between their sticks for the next 5 years, where is Dave going to go? He's not going to go back to Atletico, is he? Is he? I can't see that happening. Dave stays if that happens. I would absolutely love it if Dave stays. NKB says, don't caress the like button. Fucking annihilate it. Yes, guys, you do just that. Annihilate the like button. We've nearly got 400 viewers at the moment. Not quite a record in Adam McKola TV, but 400 legends nonetheless. No talk of Mahrez. No, there hasn't been any talk of Mahrez at all. Do you live in the ghetto or something? The Popo always around your area, says Adam. I do, yes. Wouldn't have it any other way though. Man like Moment, not ignoring you. David de Gea. Oh man. If Dave stays here, listen. Now, at the end of last season, I was convinced Dave was leaving Manchester United. I was convinced he was going to be no longer at the club next season. I was convinced. But if Manchester United somehow managed to fend Real Madrid off a game, keep David de Gea, and not only that, they signed Donarumma, who's like 18 years old, going to be one of the best keepers about. Oh my days, that is the dream scenario. Because David de Gea is not going to go to Real Madrid then for a couple of years. So please let this happen. Moody Balls, I am listening, mate. Hope you're well. Big Dave stays. Victor Lindelof in. Centre mid. 1 CDM and Lukaku, said somebody. WWE fan, you better be sorry that you're late. Exams finally over. Thanks for the good wishes, says Callum. No problem, mate. Hope you smashed it at the park. Less viewers maybe because it's a lot later than usual, says NKB. Very, very true. People may have got used to me doing the 8 p.m. UK time slot, which is fair enough. But today, there was just literally nothing there for me to talk about. I didn't know what to talk about. I didn't want to repeat the same old stories about Morata and all this stuff for Fabinho. So I thought I'd wait it out for the headlines to come through for tomorrow. But everybody can catch up anyway. It doesn't matter if you catch it live. If you don't catch it live, you can always watch back. That's why the videos get uploaded again. I think Dybala would be a perfect player to buy instead of Griezmann, says Sam 1. I do agree with you, mate, but can't see us snagging him from Juventus, to be totally honest. Who's going to get that number 7, says Trey. Is it reserved for Griezmann? I've got a sneaky feeling it might be. Thoughts on Arsenal fans thinking they can sign Mbappe, says Mason. Now, I've been watching this unfold online, and I don't follow many Arsenal fans, but I follow people like Troops, and I've seen him often mention Mbappe. I've seen a few other people mention Mbappe, and it's funny that Arsenal think they can get Mbappe. Mate, guys, you're playing in the Europa League. You are not Manchester United. You cannot attract Paul Pogba and Zlatan Ibrahimovic when you're in the Europa League. You cannot do that. You are not Manchester United. Please remember what badge is on that shirt. It's not Man United. It's not Real Madrid. It's not Bayern Munich. It's not even as big as a Juventus badge. You're not pulling in players like Mbappe on Europa League football at Arsenal. It's just not happening. Get it out of your heads. He's off to Real Madrid. It's happening. He's going Real Madrid. That's it. Ismail, love you too, mate. Love you all, in fact. 450 people in here now. Guys, you're fucking legends. Hit that like button. We're 1 away from 200. McGregor versus Mayweather now confirmed, says WWE fan. I'm going to talk a little bit about this, shall I, guys? Do you want me to answer a question about Mayweather and McGregor? Do you want my thoughts on Mayweather and McGregor? Do you really want my thoughts? Mentioned George Best and Eric Cantona in an interview today, says Pascal. Mbappe mentioned Cantona and George Best. That must mean he's on the way to Manchester United, right? Well, at least it would if I were a son of the Mail or somewhere like that. So, McGregor versus Mayweather. It's finally been confirmed for August the 24th, 26th, is it? It's a fight that I cannot wait to happen because of the fact. It's like, look, it's not like Pacquiao and Mayweather, because that fight had to happen. That fight deserved to happen. Everybody wants to see Mayweather versus Pacquiao. Now, it seems everybody wants to see Mayweather versus McGregor, but it's a bit of a disrespect to the sport of boxing that the greatest boxer of our generation is fighting a nobody in a sport of boxing. McGregor is a nobody in the sport of boxing. He used to box when he was younger. He became an MMA fighter. He is not a boxer. He is not a boxer. He is going into the boxing ring with Mayweather, not into a UFC MMA ring. This is boxing. There's a reason why McGregor is not a boxer. There's a reason. Look, no disrespect to UFC, but if McGregor was any good of a boxer, he would still be in boxing. And him fighting Mayweather, I have nothing but respect for Conor McGregor. I love him. I love his antics in press conferences. I love his sense of humour. I love what he's done. I love what he's achieved. He deserves all his success. And he also deserves every single penny he's going to get, because he somehow wormed his way into a fight with the greatest boxer of our generation. Somehow he's done that, and he'll make in 100 millions of it. So you have to respect him for doing that. He has made himself an absolute mad amount of money. He's going to be fighting 12 rounds against one of the greatest boxers ever. And he's in a no-lose situation. If he loses, everyone expects him to lose. If he wins, he's shocked the world. But he's not going to win, because he's going to be Money Mayweather 50-0. Team, the money team all day long for me. I've been saying it from the start. I've been following Mayweather from when he was younger, a lot younger, around probably, remember his fights when he was still 25-0, 26-0. And yeah, man, Mayweather's the man. You guys may disagree with me. That's totally up to you. And also, I'm going to get on one of Stephen Howson's podcasts, and talk about this in a little bit more depth as well, because he is obviously he's obviously the guy for MMA. I love boxing, so let's make it happen. Right, I got rid of that nuisance in the comments. John, I am on late today. That is because I've just done the late full-time Devil stream, so I thought I'd jump straight on to this after. And there wasn't much to talk about earlier on today, unfortunately. Moving back onto football now. So we're talking football again. Manchester United, the Ivan Perisic deal has stalled. It seems like Inter Milan are dragging their heels. They want £48 million. I say, if they want £48 million, why are we still messing about? Why are we still messing around trying to haggle over £48 million for Ivan Perisic? Surely there's better offers elsewhere. There's better players elsewhere for that price. Why? I don't think we need to go all out for Ivan Perisic if that's what they're saying. Play hardball. Say, here's 30 million. Take it or leave it. If they leave it, see you later. We know they need 27 million by the end of the month. Drag them motherfucking heels, Ed Woodward. Moving on from that, we were talking David de Gea. Donarumma's rejected a deal. He could be on his way to Real Madrid. Does this mean David de Gea will be at Manchester United for the foreseeable future? Because I fucking hope so. If Dave stays, oh my God, I'm going to be so happy about that one. Perisic ain't worth it, says Noro. What do you guys think, man? Get your comments in. Any questions as well on transfers? Manny Plays says, fuck Perisic. Any questions on transfers? Get your questions in on those transfers. Keep them coming in right now as well. We're edging closer to 250 likes, so keep liking the stream if you are in the house and you haven't done so already. We're over 450 people in at the moment, so thank you very much for that. Jack Reed says Rashford with a love heart. Can't wait to see more coming from Rashford next season. Farhan, thank you for commenting. Say it again, says Kirubal. Thank you for saying that. Where are all these sex bots coming from in the comments, man? They're relentless. What's going on with these guys? I'm blocking as many as I can, don't worry. But there's loads of them. The freaks come out at night, eh? Fucking hell, there's been 5 of them in the comments at the moment. I blocked 5 of them. Mad bastards. Aubameyang possible with PSG deal stalling. I don't know. I don't think we will get Aubameyang, to be honest. I think Jose Mourinho... Look, this is how I predict the rest of the window going. This is my predictions. So I think United are going to... We've signed Lindelof, 1 in. Then we'll sign Morata eventually. Despite the fact that Real Madrid are fucking around on that one. I think we'll sign Perisic eventually. So that's Lindelof, Morata, Perisic. I still got a sneaky feeling about Fabinho. I know the English press have come out recently and said Fabinho's off. And a lot of them have come out and said that. But there's something telling me that Fabinho may still be on. And it could be something that we revisit later on in the summer. So I wouldn't be surprised if we got 4 signings like that done. And then Jose Mourinho looked at getting one worldie in. Because I think he will want to bring in that one top signing. But if you get your foundation signings done, your main signings in the bag, you get 3-4 done by the end of June. We've already got 1 in, so that's 2 more, 3 more. If we can get that done, happy days. Because then we can go approaching the pre-season break and the pre-season tour with a little bit more relaxed. Happy that the squad's there mainly. Moving into that pre-season. Hopefully we'll get the fitness sorted. Won't suffer any injuries on the tour. Get a few good results, although the results don't matter. And then happy days. Who's this Talisca lad that everyone's talking about as well? Let's talk about Talisca, because apparently he's talking about Benfica's Anderson Talisca claims Man United's move is a possibility. Jose Mourinho has love for me, I won't lie. This Brazilian spent last season on loan at Besiktas, where he scored 17 times in 33 appearances. And now Manchester United are after him. Apparently, this 23-year-old Anderson Talisca Do you guys know much about him? I haven't watched an awful lot of Turkish football, to be totally honest with you. So I'm not up to scratch on my Anderson Talisca knowledge, to be totally honest. Pascal says he's awful. Should have looked at the American Dream, Perisic. Talisca's 22 mil, says Rifaz. Ishi says he's shy. Refused to rule it out, as the papers would say. He's truly awful, says Pascal. Producer Chris told me about Talisca, says Adam. Says Utkarsh, sorry. I'm Adam. Bloody hell. Forget my own name sometimes. To hell with Inter Milan, says Ngwazi. He's a tall number 10. Why the hell is Rooney still here, says Adam Suresh. What is going on with Wayne Rooney? I heard these rumours about him the other week that Wayne Rooney was going to stay at Man United and he was going to train really hard this summer and try and work his way back into Jose Mourinho's good books. But I mean, surely you should have done that with your performances last season, because your performances weren't up to scratch last season. So I don't get that at all. Like, prove what in pre-season? Anybody can train hard. I could go and train hard for Jose Mourinho. Doesn't mean I'm good enough to play for Man United. Now, I know Wayne Rooney has been great for the club. He has been an absolute superstar for Manchester United over the years. But in the last 3 years, we've seen a crazy decline in Wayne Rooney. And for that reason, it's only right that we let him go. So why are we just holding on to him? Why is he holding on to this? Now, part of me feels it's because he can't get the money that he wants elsewhere. And because of that, he's forced to stay at United and maybe take another year of wages and decide after that, look, now I'll go. But yeah, I just feel it's a bit unfair on everyone. Him staying, on the club, on everyone. Just call it a day now. You lifted the Europa League. You completed your haul at Manchester United. You've got every single trophy in the bag. Call it a day. Why are you going to keep doing it? Do you know what I mean? You don't want United to get fed up of you like, oh, this guy's still here, he's still shit. Like, you don't want that to happen. You want it to be purely good thoughts. And if we can think of him leaving United, having lifted the Europa League, that's better than Wayne Rooney just hanging around like a bad smell. That's not what we want. Ronak says, we got Champions League football. Why are we struggling to sign these players? Ronak, I love you, mate, but come on, man. Come on. This is the time. Look, if I could speak to 15, 14, 13, 12, 11-year-old Adam, this is what I would tell him. Adam, shut the fuck up and relax. Don't panic. Because this is what a lot of you guys are doing. Panicking. The transfer window hasn't even opened yet. We've already got one in the bag. Why are you panicking? Relax. Players will come. You're saying, Adam, we've got Champions League football. Why are we struggling to attract players? We're not struggling to attract players. We've just signed Victor Lindelof. Perisic wants to come. Morata wants to come. These players want to come to Manchester United. We need to get a deal finalised. Deals ain't done in a day. We have to argue certain things, certain clauses, certain fees. So, you know, relax a little bit. Sorry, Thomas. I know I shouldn't swear at children, but I think sometimes you need it. Calm. Calmer like Ronnie does. Thank you, Samuel. He says the transfer window hasn't even opened. Moody Ball says, let's make June the end of May. We're still running with that one. We got 2 weeks. Let's do it, guys. Totally agree with you. We just have to relax. Izard Nangalan says, Hyper plays. He's been linked with United. But that link comes just because he says he would like to sign for Man United. I haven't actually seen any other rumours saying otherwise. I've read one article where it said he may be an alternative to Fabinho, but surely if we were after Nangalan, we would have heard something more by now. Come on, Thomas, you are better than this, says Albert Tuchel. Hot dogs from Walmart, says Man Like Moment. It's not FIFA career mode, guys, says Fred. I reciprocate them thoughts as well. Good job, Adam, says Biz. Thank you, Biz. Thank you for getting involved. Who should be club captain in the coming year, says Benjamin. Carrick? De Gea? Herrera? I think the decision's only going to be made if Wayne Rooney does finally leave. Whether he finally leaves or not too sure. But as someone says in the comments, we have to give respect to Wayne Rooney. But I think now it's just time to go. Anyway, on that bombshell, guys, I've been Adam McKola. This has been Adam McKola TV. It's been a later than usual MUFC transfer talk. We will be back at 8 p.m. tomorrow, so make sure you join us then. For now, I've been Adam McKola. Make sure you subscribe, like and share. Get your comments in on everything we have discussed today. And Ronak says he's going to stay calm. So it's been a good result all around. I hope you guys panicking about the transfer window are going to do the same. And just remember, Adam McKola TV's got you covered all the way throughout the transfer window. See you later.